Kam, 2011 IEEE President. We're very fortunate that our luncheon has been chosen as the venue to present one of the most prestigious IEEE field medals, the Resnik Award. Moshe?
Ladies and gentlemen, friends and colleagues, I'm very pleased to represent the Board of Directors of IEEE here today on the occasion of presenting the IEEE Judith Resnik Award. This award carries the name of Judith Arlene Resnik, an American engineer and a NASA astronaut who died in the destruction of Space Shuttle Challenger on January 28, 1986. Resnik was the second American female astronaut, logging 145 hours in orbit. A graduate of Carnegie Mellon University in electrical engineering, she was awarded later a doctorate by the University of Maryland. The award that carries Judith Resnik's name is for outstanding contributions to space engineering, and in the nominee evaluation process, the IEEE considers developments, inventions, systems, or methods of significance in the field of space engineering for which the candidate for the award deserves principal credit. Past recipients include Oliver Collins, Yvonne Braille, Anthony England, and Meir Mayepan. I'm very pleased to announce that this year's recipient is Professor Pramod Varshney from Syracuse University. Professor Varshney, please join me here at the podium. Pramod Varshney, a graduate of the University of Illinois, serves at present as Distinguished Professor of Electrical Engineering and Computer Science at Syracuse University, where he is also the Director of the Center for Advanced Systems and Engineering. His research interests are in distributed sensor networks and data fusion, detection and estimation theory, wireless communications, image processing, radar signal processing, and remote sensing. He has literally written the book on data fusion. His 1997 Springer book on distributed detection and data fusion continues to be the most authoritative and complete text on distributed detection and data integration, and has garnered by now more than 1,000 citations in papers, other books, and theses of record. In this area, he has contributed to fundamental results on sequential hypothesis testing, distributed detection in random sensor fields, distributed detection in wireless sensor network, distributed fault detection with correlated decision fusion, decentralized CFAR signal detection, and many others. He has also written on key pre-distribution schemes for wireless networks, quality of services supporting wireless sensor network, brain imaging registration, image chain detection algorithm, and routing in mobile ad hoc network. Of this ocean of results, derivations, algorithms, clever ideas, and original approaches, I want to mention just one, which actually is the first article of many Varshney works that I and my students have read and used over the years. It is a very short article, 3 pages in all. If you look at the January 1986 issue of the IEEE Transactions on Aerospace and Electronic System, where it was published, you will discover it somewhere towards the end, a little bit buried among the correspondence items and the errata notices. It is called Optimal Data Fusion in Multiple Sensor Detection Systems. It is co-authored by Zayadin Chair, and it is quoted an order of magnitude more times than any other of the much longer, much more complex, and much more convoluted papers that appeared more prominently in this issue and actually in this volume. It is seemingly a very simple algorithm for integration of binary decisions that emanate from fixed sensors whose observations are statistically independent. It uses basic principles known to any first-year EE graduate student to develop a new result that is elegant, intuitive, highly practical, and immensely useful. Once you have read it and derived it yourself, As often is the case when you read a paper by Pramod Varshney, it looks so simple and self-evident that you ask yourself, why have I not thought about it and done that myself? The genius of Varshney is that time and again, he and the students that he guides, and he has advised more than 50 PhD students so far, are able to cut through the complexity, discover the essence of the model, and develop the detection or estimation algorithm or method that provide for novel, yet practical, and highly realizable, yet elegant solution. This 3-page short paper, like the face that launched 1,000 ships, was used hundreds of times in image recognition, radar, sonar, a variety of medical imaging techniques, handwriting identification, face recognition, mine detection, nuclear radiation detection, and at least a dozen other applications, some of the most important of which were indeed in space engineering. The citation of the award says, for contributions to and leadership in the theory and practice of multisensor data fusion for aerospace and bioengineering applications. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating Pramod Varshney, the recipient of the 2012 Judith Resnik Award.
Thank you, Moshe, for an extremely generous description of a few things that I have done. Actually, I had written a speech which was 1 hour long, but I forgot that in Syracuse, so you will be spared. Anyway, I was just sitting there and thinking about the first IT symposium that I attended, and that was 1977 at Cornell. So it brings back memories of all the IT symposia that I have attended all around the world, and many of those friends and colleagues are sitting in this audience, so thank you for being there. It has been a pleasure to know you and to work with you and so on. Number of students, as Moshe mentioned, I mean, they have been the ones that have really taken the work forward. Without them, I couldn't have done anything. So thank you for all the students, all the colleagues and collaborators. The other thing, I would like to thank the symposium organizers here, Lijong and Muriel, to allow IEEE to, or allow me to be able to accept the award here at this symposium, the community that I have sort of grown up with. Last but not the least, my family has been there all throughout. My kids, Sonia, Kush and Love, they are here, so I'd like to thank for their constant support and encouragement. And one final person, of course, my wife Anju, who has been a partner in everything that I have done. I'd like to recognize her. Would you please stand up? Thank you. So thanks again, and thank you.
Let's take another picture.
Thank you to everybody. This